Well, a quick little glimpse into what's going on since our last video posted. This is pretty much the standard now, as you can see.
What have you been up to?
I've been riding on a daydream.
We want to thank RV Mattress by Brooklyn Bedding for sponsoring this video.
Well, RVers, welcome to March. We don't have an RV, unfortunately. We're back in the home still. We're looking, though. And when we find one, we're going to call Brooklyn Bedding, RV Mattress, get ourselves a new mattress. Now, this is a king size, and it's a pretty good size one. It's not the biggest they make. For a heavier person, a bigger person, they came out with something called the Titan. You guys may want to check that out if you're a bigger, heavier person. But when we were on the road, we actually made the mistake of ordering one that was a little bit too big, too tall. However, even though it was shipped for free and relatively quick, because everything they do is based in the U.S. here, thank God they had a 120-night sleep trial because we got the wrong one. But again, the fact that they're out of Arizona, there is no third party. You're getting a product that they are putting together. You can dial it in, for height, width, length, how hot, how cold, all that stuff makes a difference with the materials that are being put in there, and they've got it dialed in. They've won a ton of awards because they know what they're doing. So we got a new mattress. We got a different mattress, a little bit smaller, a little bit shorter, and a little bit cooler, and we loved it. We loved it a lot. Now, I'm going to tell you how to get yourself 30% off your entire order, and that's going to rvmattress.com/daydream and use the code daydream in your checkout. If you use that code, again, you're going to get all those benefits, limited lifetime warranty, great comfort, 120-night sleep trial, free shipping, and quick shipping for the most part. Again, everything's based out of Arizona, but you've got to use that code daydream and rvmattress.com/daydream to get the, you're going to get 30% off your entire order, 30% off. So please, check it out, especially if you're in the market. You're getting your RV out. I know you guys are. Why not get a nice mattress to start you off with this season with? This just fell down last night, and it's turned to rain. And then this is all going to cycle around. We're going to have some snow tomorrow, 1 to 2 inches maybe, and then some ice. And then it's going to drop from the high of whatever we're at now, 35. We're pretty much going to stay 35, 36 degrees. And then it'll just go to 18. And then it's going to be 18, 19, 20, 23 degrees for the next few days after that. But man, I'm so glad that we got the plow tractor, because this snow is heavy. It's the heaviest snow by far. This is the kind of stuff that you can make giant snowmen with if you wanted to. As long as you could push it, I can roll probably from the beginning of the yard to the rear of the yard. But the ground underneath is pretty frozen, although it's starting to thaw out. There's actually a couple little ice ponds in the driveway there. So you can see I just dropped the blade and do whatever. Our son just took off. We had to change the regulator for his window. And when I say we, he did it. Totally he did it. But yeah, the tractor did a really good job. Now that we've got this weather coming up, it's really hard to do any kind of e-bike review when you cannot, take it for a ride. So I had to come back out here and prepare for somebody coming out to pick some stuff up. And I wanted to make sure that the garage was in a state that actually looked okay. It's still not organized. I haven't done anything with, all that stuff just got piled over there. All this stuff got piled here. Of course, the review crap here, and all that stuff is piled there, and everything's piled there. So there's so much more that we have to do, but I thought that I would chime in and say hi to you guys. Uh-oh, look. It's disco time. It looks like that's failing. That's okay. It's some kind of cheap light. It was here. Like I said, the end had melted, so no big deal. We've got other ones that can go up there. I can't wait to do a review of the shop lights. Now, I did some sort of a little thing on these lights, and these lights are incredible. They're very nice. They just screw right into the light socket, and they lighten up things quite a bit. But I can't wait to do this review. But I got to get an electrician out here to wire the barn for the lights, because I'm not getting up on ladders and trying to do those trusses. But yeah, we're into other than disco era. We're into what I would consider a cold snap for this winter, colder than expected, and we're hopefully going to not have to deal with this much longer. Heidi had to open to close yesterday because somebody called off. The same person called off today, but she didn't have to open to close. I guess she found somebody to cover. So she's getting off a little bit early today. She'll work just like an early shift for her, which is going to be, what would that be, 8 hours? That's a short shift for her. And then she'll be off tomorrow. So we got a lot of things that are coming up. And somebody was really honest, and Heidi, she was a little upset about it, but I told her, I said, why? I said, I am so glad that we're getting feedback like that. And it was on our last video. Somebody said, hey, we may check back in with you guys periodically, but we're going to probably unsubscribe because we clicked on you and signed up with you because you were RVers and you were traveling. And that's 100% legit. That's a good reason. I knew that when we were moving back to Ohio. I knew that as soon as we sold the rig. I knew that especially when we sold the truck, that it was going to be a stretch of time before we got back into an RV. The problem that popped up that caused the delay to happen, unfortunately, was moving from the other home kind of unexpectedly. Something that was totally paid off, something that was pretty much fixed to the level that we wanted it to be fixed to, and no intentions of selling it right away. We were going to live there for a couple years. I was already planning out how to put a driveway through from the other street and have a place to park an RV. We would have had plenty of funds for that, but whenever you go out and buy $250,000 property, I still can't believe that. To me, this property, to me, this is like $150,000 property, maybe. Yeah, it's just crazy. But the good news is property values out here are really, really holding strong. And all these homes, even though they look pretty modest, if you got any land at all, and if the house is in really good shape, that's what they're selling for. Especially now that the Amazon is building some sort of structure that houses drivers. It's a truck center of some kind. They have a whole bunch of parking for electric trucks. Anyways, they're building all that out. They're paying for city water to come out to that location, which is down the road a ways from us still. It's not like they're going to run it to here, and I don't think that they would have any plans of doing that anytime soon. But it's just nice to know that there's more money coming in. There's, to increase the tax base, even though I'm sure they got pretty decent breaks in their taxes. Still, the kind of money that they do is going to help out considerably with what this township sees. And the thing about the township is, it's very safe, very, very safe. It's kind of nice. I mentioned this before, but in the morning, Heidi will go to work, the neighbor will go to work, this neighbor goes to work. The neighbor across the street will go to work. The neighbor that's 2 doors down goes to work. You know, it's normal. Everything seems normal. Oh, the neighbors down, a couple houses down that way, they go to work. And then usually, you know, starting at 3 o'clock, 3:30, 4, 5, 6, you know, all these people come back home from work, and it just seems normal. You know, it's more normal. That's something that we really didn't see when we lived in the city. You know, those people would, I don't know. Now, a lot of them were retired, you know, to put out that, you know, just out there. But, you know, old retired people, you know, in their late 70s, in their 80s, in their 90s, those aren't people that will get up at 1 in the morning and say, oh, you know what, I'm just going to drive up and down the street 100 times. And that was happening. There was a lot of traffic and a lot of people walking around and stuff. Me and Heidi kidded around, talk about how there were zombies. You know, it's just funny. You know, I've never seen that before. You know, if somebody's driving down the street at that hour, you got to think there's a reason that they're driving down that street at that hour. But that's not really here. I mean, it gets kind of quiet at night. You see some vehicles go up and down the road occasionally at night, but it reminds me of a lot of where we used to live. So that's good. Anyways, I just thought, again, I'd touch base with you guys. And although we got rain, this is all going to freeze. Oh, think twice, because it's another day for you and me in paradise. Oh, man. So you expected to probably see the driveway all cleaned, right? Well, guess what? We're supposed to get anywhere between 1 and 4 inches. And then it's all going to freeze. And it's going to be frozen for, I don't know, about 4 days. So whatever I don't get cleaned up now is going to glue nicely to all the water that's underneath. But I can only do so much. I can't really do a lot here. Everything's flooded now. This is the first time, of course, you know, us being here, that we actually get to see what it's like. And our yard does flood over back there a little bit, but it's not horrible in the front yard compared to some of these other people. I mean, look at this one over here. That whole backyard is flooded over there. I don't know if you can see that at all. I can't really zoom in with this setting, but man, that is crazy. So Heidi's off work today. I got some stuff that I got to do, but I thought I would just show you that it's the never-ending battle. It seems like that once you get one thing clear, something else comes popping up, and that's been the whole story of this winter. Well, 7 o'clock in the evening, and this slowly started to go away as far as what's falling. But Heidi already cleaned these steps off since you've seen me clean the entire driveway off. Can you believe it? So I got to decide now. Am I going to plow or am I going to snow blow? Because it's kind of in between. I mean, it's real light and fluffy. I don't know. Well, I don't even know what to think anymore. I mean, come on. I just plowed this yesterday 2 times. I loaded up this porch with salt. Apparently it did a little good. But this is just crazy. I mean, that car was completely cleared off yesterday. I mean, you've seen the video.
or the clip of late night last night, or 6 o'clock last night when I started all this. How does this even happen? How does it happen? Not to me. Oh, let me get the shovel. Start doing my normal routine. Yeah, it's easier to get the shovel out and do this. I mean, I could get the snow blower out today and really clear this up pretty good. But the plow does it so fast. I definitely have to plow back there again. I mean, I did last night, but the snowblower won't do back there. At least the sun's coming out for a short time. What that means is the cloud cover is going to go away, and we've got cold coming in. So today's high is 21. Yeah, 21 today. Feels like 10. And then later tonight, the wind chill will get down to about 5, which this isn't bad. I mean, whenever it's not in the minus category, we're good. But, I mean, there's some, there's a lot of people that are looking at this that don't normally experience snow. And they're probably like, oh, it's so beautiful. And, I mean, I guess it looks all right. It's just, I can't enjoy it because I know what comes after this. And it's that slushy, muddy mess when all this starts thawing out. But for right now, it looks pretty nice, right? Let me see if I can get you around the corner here. The thing is, I don't want to walk. That's why I'm just standing in one place, because wherever you walk, it causes a footprint, a permanent print. Like, you can see where, here, I'll show you what I mean, if you don't know. There's where Heidi drove. Well, that's not coming up until the sun takes it away. And the ground might not be warm enough for that. But yeah, there it is in all its glory, huh? I'll tell you, definitely get more snow here. And the thing is, I think we have to clear off the other house. Now, the reason I said I think we need to clear off the other house, we do not have any showing schedule anytime soon. That's because we have a pending offer that basically we've signed. They're just going through the financing to get the home. But that's neither here nor there until it happens. It's the old joke of, yep, just call me Blue Boy. I'll be the one holding my breath. Well, I had more fun than a human should have in a few hours. I don't even know how many hours it is. The wind's really started to pick up. I don't know if you can see it in the trees, but the clouds are definitely moving. The whole idea of getting the sun to hit this blacktop is the way to go for sure, because it melts. It'll melt whatever's left. Of course, you can see there's shade out there, so it doesn't melt it quite as much. So I had a problem with the tractor. My fuel delivery out of the tank just got clogged up a little bit. Now, I did put in some seafoam, and that seafoam is an oil more than anything else. So I think that that caused a little bit of problem, because I put in a little bit more than I should have. But I had to put a little air compressor on the fuel line and blow it out. After I pulled the carb off, I was like, or the bowl off the carb, I'm like, what in the world's going on here? But yeah, because the snowblower won't do back here. I have to use the plow. Now, the thing is, with the tractor going down, I did get the snowblower out. And I did, I don't know, probably 1/5 of the driveway, because the snowblower is, it does a good job, but it's I wouldn't want to be doing it every day with it in this driveway at this depth. But yeah, we're in good shape now. I do see where I have to take a shovel back to the driveway, or to the front of the doors. I forgot about that. Yeah, I definitely have to take a shovel back there. But man, I can't believe how the wind had picked up. They said it was going to be gust up to 35 miles an hour, but it was kind of still out here. I didn't think that it was going to just take off like it did. But the good news is the sun shines out. I mean, that's about all the good news there is. And believe it or not, at this time of year, the sun angle is getting higher in the sky. So we do see about 2 minutes more sunlight per day. And that's a welcome change to, diminishing sunlight or hardly any at all. So pretty soon here we'll have sunsets that are, later. Of course, then the time will change. But all right, that's it.
You want to see something funny? Well, I hate taking naps, and I was fighting the fact that I needed to go lay down. And I thought, I'm going to sit in the chair and I'm going to record myself to see how stupid this looks. Because usually if I do take a nap, I just get up and go into the bedroom. I don't sit in a chair and fight it, but I thought, I want to try it. I want to see what happens. And again, I just wanted to see what it looked like because I've never recorded myself doing this. And oh my word, I look so stupid. I think it's the most hilarious thing because, it's one of those things that you're just sitting there and you're comfortable, you feel okay, you're getting warm, you have a blanket there, and I thought I could stay awake because, again, if you take a nap, I'm sure it regenerates you, but rejuvenates you, but it's just dumb. I don't like it. I think it's a dumb thing. So that's why I was doing what I was doing, and it just kept on getting worse. And I thought it was the funniest thing. So enjoy.
Well, we're making a drive, and this is leaving our house, and you can see typical Ohio day, at least winter. Yeah, today's high is going to be 39, which is very warm for what we've been experiencing for the last couple months. But yeah, this is our street, going away from our street, and Heidi's with us because it is a Sunday. She is off today. I'm gonna flip my camera. Let me change the camera mode. Okay, the car's a little bumpy. It's not that the car doesn't ride smooth, it's just the road's getting bumpy. So we're heading over to where? Yeah, to our old house. Our whole house was inspected by the inspector. Let me tell you about that. So the idea was that we were going to sell our house, and that is seeming like it's a going through type thing, something that's actually going to happen. But the process requires the people that are buying it to have an inspection or an appraiser to come through, the bank that needs to appraise the home. Well, we knew that our house was in very good shape. And other than me adding the countertop stove,
4 miles, turn left on
and
East
I
Market
did that.
Street.
I mean, the countertop was put in, but I installed the countertop stove. And I just ran the gas line directly from the gas hookup that's underneath of it up to the stove. That needs covered up. Per code, I guess that exposed gas line needs to have some kind of a wood covering, or not so much wood. It just has to be to where you don't throw it, your pots and pans underneath the stove and you knock loose the gas line and don't know it.
But I think it needs to be accessible too.
Well, the shutoff does, I think, but they didn't really say much about that. Doesn't say anything about accessibility. So, anyways.
Might be out there twice.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. It doesn't say anything about the accessibility part of things. And I think you can shut that gas off elsewhere too. So, anyways, that's what we're doing. We're going to go over and we're covering that up. Now, other than that one thing, that one small thing, basically making a small cabinet enclosure, the house appraised for what we're selling it for. And we're selling it for twice what we have in it. Yeah, so we've doubled our money, which is great. Actually, I think we more than doubled our money, didn't we?
By the time we did all the little things that we didn't include, it's about the same.
Yeah,
or it's about
some of the tree cleanup.
Well, yeah,
that was part of it. But yeah, we doubled our money on the home, which is good, very good. Again, that house is really, really nice. And I know you guys, a lot of you have been with us for some time. Some of you have joined on just recently. We have a story about the house and our move process and what got us here, where we're at now. That will be a video. That will be its own video. So look forward to that. The idea that we're moved out into the country now, I can honestly say, and Heidi will agree, that it is so nice to, sometimes forget, about how secure it is out in the country. So I kind of like that whole idea. But I'm just enjoying the time that I'm with Heidi today, because we don't ever get to see each other. Heidi and I did go out last night, and we wandered out to the casino, which we haven't done it's been a while. I can't remember the last time we went.
We were living where we're living now.
Yeah.
So it cannot be any more than 3 months ago.
Yeah, but we didn't hardly gamble that day. I didn't gamble at all.
No, you just watched me lose money.
Yeah. So we're talking about maybe going to do something kind of crazy a little bit later, but
we're not crazy, just to get away.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We got a lot of things on our plate coming up.
Busy stuff.
Right. We were holding off on a lot of stuff based on this home and it being sold. So now that it's, in the process of it, we do have a contract. It's under contract. That the only thing that they were concerned with, which Heidi and I both knew it wasn't going to be a problem, was that they were concerned that our asking price, the house would not appraise for that. It was like almost a joke. We knew that the house was going to appraise for that easily. And like I said, other than this one little thing, the appraiser said, yeah, it appraises for what you're asking. He didn't say how much more it appraised for, but these people
is odd, because they told us, when we bought this house, they told us what it appraised for. Oh,
no,
it's the same freaking dollar amount. It's a game.
No, it's not the same dollar amount. What we bought our house for, it appraised for about $4,000 more than what we bought it for.
Yeah, we paid $254, and that's what the appraisal came in.
No, it's even more than that now. I think it's up to $260 something now.
I don't know how it could be. Got shitty windows in it.
Well, here's the thing about that, which we learned from our realtor, which is kind of funny.
No, I'm just saying that we need to replace them, because
but still
can't even get a cross breeze in there.
Right, but still, this is something that our realtor said, which I find kind of strange. I understand it. Like, if you go to a guy, if somebody's selling, let's say, a car, and you go and look at the car and he goes, well, I put, all new rims on there and I put all new tires. Well, to me, I'm like thinking, I'm sure you did pay a little extra for all new rims and all new tires, but
you can't charge me the full dollar amount of rims and tires because the car had rims and tires. It can't be a car without rims and tires. And it's kind of the same with the house. And our realtor was saying that even though we put in all new windows and we put a new roof on the house, and we put in all new cold air returns and a new air conditioner, stuff like that, we can mention it, but we can't really value the home much more because of that, because the house came with an air conditioner, the house came with a roof, and the house comes with windows and doors, which we put in all new exterior doors. So the whole idea is that you can only charge so much whenever you're selling a home for the stuff that you add to the home. But there's a big difference.
But at one point, at added value, he did say
In one
that,
quarter
if you
mile,
add a
turn
roof,
left on
and
East
then
Market
it
Street.
didn't make a difference.
Well, the thing is with the roof, the thing that was on there needed attention. Like the rear side of the roof on the back side of the house was more than 30 years old. That was based on what the lady across the street said, that she's been there since the 50s or whatever. And we put a roof on the house that the guy guaranteed for 100 years. So anyway, so that's what we're doing.
Well, I'm not sure what's going on, but we actually have a break in the weather. And yesterday we went to, I'm getting some boxes here. I gotta burn them. We went to the old house and did that work. I got a couple photos here of what I did. It wasn't nothing special at all. Plus we had to pick up a few more things. We're slowly getting to the point where everything is pretty much gone. But I gotta get out here and do some work. Look how much the wind has moved this trash can. The trash can was not like that. Here, I'll show you here in a second the way it was. Yeah, nothing's changed out here. And it actually got a little worse because I did that work at the other house. So I've got this stuff to contend with. But yeah, this box was not, or this trash can was like that. Go figure, it moved all the way. That one there, I don't know what happened. Looks like Bud didn't get the liner in there. There's something that I'll talk about real quick. We had to buy these cans because the trash company, let me know how the microphone's working also. I have the wind buffer on it and it's going through the phone, so hopefully it's okay. But all right, going back to what I was saying. When we first moved in here, the trash company that we chose, they didn't supply you with cans. You had to buy your own cans. So we bought a couple because you're allowed these 2 cans completely full every week. Well, Heidi was, and rightly so, you pay a decent amount for the cans. I can't remember what they were, but she's like, I think we should use trash bags in there. And I thought, I don't want to do that. I mean, my initial thought on that was, no way, I don't want to do that. Sounds like a pain in the butt. It doesn't sound feasible. It sounds like it's going to be, something that just isn't fun to do at all. And plus it could get expensive. That's what I was thinking. Well, what you got to realize is that you're only putting 1 bag in the can a week. So whenever you're looking at the trash bag count and you're like, man, I don't know, that seems like it's kind of expensive. I can't remember what it was. These have lasted us the whole time, and we still have a few to go on our very first setup, however you want to say that. Our first purchase of the 3 rolls or whatever. I think we got them from Amazon, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I'm kind of out here half-heartedly. It's 40 degrees outside, which is the highest temperature we've seen in quite some time. But the whole idea is that I need to come out here and most likely do something. Oh, we got some mail. Nice. That's good. Have to wander out there. But it just seems kind of odd that we're not getting anywhere. It doesn't seem like that I'm getting anywhere with this garage and moving forward. I think part of it has to do with this tractor. Now, I wanted to start keeping the tractor in the pole building, but there's a problem with that. So let me get these boxes thrown in the burn barrel. I'm gonna get the fire started, and then we'll go back to the pole building. I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so I have some work that I need to do in the pole building, but I don't know if I can do it just because of the height. Got the burning barrel going. I'll tell you what, you cut those big slots in a barrel and let that wind come through. Man, it works really well. Okay, so hopefully my microphone doesn't go crazy as soon as we come around the corner. Again, I just have the wind buffer and it's on the phone. I'm glad I wore my boots. I was gonna wear my tennis shoes, but this was like a little ice skating rink. Some of this was pretty rough. I know this looks muddy, but it's not soft muddy at all. Like I said, there's gravel underneath here, so it's pretty firm. You could drive a vehicle back here easily. Now over here, other than it being frozen, I don't know. Maybe not, but here for sure. Ooh, there's that wind. The antenna's doing okay up there. It's pointed the wrong direction now, but still doing okay. Okay, so look, because of the ground and there was a frozen heave or something, the trolley has come off, or whatever you want to call that. I don't know. It still looks like it's connected though. The only way I knew that would happen is if you rolled it out the end, but it's hitting the ground. It's a little better today. I've got a piece of wood there to help with the angle, and I can't get the doors to open. Or I can get the door to open, but man, is it a handful. Okay, so I got the door open, but the whole thing is it's definitely, the ground is just swollen to the point where that board even broke there. This door will not move at all. So, hikes. I guess the answer to that is the swinging doors up top need adjusted upward to get the bottom of the doors off of the ground, because I'm not going to be able to dig underneath the doors when the doors don't open. But I don't know what's required there. I have to have a ladder on the outside here, which I have the big tall ladder that I can do this with. Excuse my dirty coat, because I was working on stuff at our old house yesterday. This all sawdust. So the pole building, which was kind of a pinnacle, we're like, ooh, we got the big pole building. And it's a nice pole, it's a very nice building. It does leak in a couple spots. We found some water that's come through. Nothing big. I have plans for lighting in here, which right now the camera's doing a pretty good job adjusting for the lighting, but I mean, it's pretty dark. It's dark. But the translucent part of things here, there's translucent panels that are along the tops of the pole building. Yeah, let me come in here. You'll be able to see it if I get a little closer. There you go. So you see all these panels. They're on both sides, and they need cleaned horribly. They're black in a lot of places and dirty. So a pressure washer is going to make this place look so much better inside here, and will brighten it up even more. But I do want to have regular, artificial lighting in here that I can turn on, and it needs to be pretty bright. But it is a 32 foot by 48 feet pole building, and it was filled with a lot of junk, which we didn't get rid of a lot of stuff. We threw away some stuff, but I have piles of junk over here that need to go. And all this over here, I've talked about it before. There's just two, I'll call them lean-to. It's not really lean-to, but they're They're just supported shelves. Those are going away. I definitely want to make those go away. Now the ones in the back I'm gonna keep, but I got to redo the wood on them. Heidi and I have been debating about what's going to go on in here. I think we're going to end up throwing some gravel in here and leveling it out to make it a little bit nicer. But getting back to us just getting into the home right before winter, there's so much stuff that needs to go. I mean, a lot of stuff. You guys want to see? So most of the stuff I've already determined this is going to be trash. Planters. I don't know. This leaf blower may work. It looks like it's okay. Maybe I should plug it in and try it out. It's an electric leaf blower. That could come in handy for something. See, this is where you get into that, what are you, a hoarder? But it does have the attachments and stuff, so I don't know, maybe we'll try it out. Of course, I don't have the Honda lawnmower that goes to, but when I was a small engine mechanic, I remember those bags being pretty expensive. So maybe I'll post that on Facebook, let somebody come out and get it. Unfortunately, you know, trailer tire, it'd be a spare, but that's about it. It's weather checked, it's old. But for a spare, you never know. A double sink, a big double sink, look at that. Look at how old this is. I think this was from originally what was inside the place. I don't know if we can see what the other side looks like. Let me try to get you guys around here. Well, let me try to lift it up. There you go. It's gold, and the bowls are actually recessed, which is not a thing of, you know, that's kind of a current thing, right? I don't know, maybe it's something that's coming back. But yeah, all copper. Look at this. This all copper here, this all copper here. Of course, a heavy ceramic, and it's a double. And that gold, that cracks me up. Here's some poles, some metal poles. I don't know what those are for yet. It's threaded pipe. I don't know what that is. Bed frame, this is all going to be scrap. You're gonna see that there's bird splatter on a lot of this stuff, and it's because I gotta get rid of all the birds that are nesting up in here and have been for quite a few years. If I can break up the nest for a couple years, we'll be okay. I don't think they'll come back. Heidi wants to close off the areas that the birds could get into. I don't disagree with that. So a level funnel, whole bucket full of stuff there. I mean, this looks like junk to me for the most part. If you guys see something, you go, "Ooh, I know what that is." Just yell out. I think this is old motor oil. I don't know. Maybe it's new. This is for, I think, live bait, for put on a bucket for bait. There's a brush. Here's an old tool here. A handle for an old tool, I should say. Now, there's a lot of pictures, and Heidi and I's conflicted about this because, I mean, who are these people? And why wouldn't you? I get sad whenever I think about this stuff, because this is the kind of things that are these people forgotten? Nobody will talk about this guy in this picture other than me, because I'm holding the picture. Would that have changed if somebody else would have? You know? Who are these people? That looks like, the way the film looks, it looks like that might be 90s, possibly 80s. And then this here, I don't know who these are. This kind of looks like the guy that we bought the house off of, so I think this might be his parents. It possibly could be his parents. And then here's 1995. There's a whole family reunion going on there. And there's 1996, another big family reunion. I don't know whose these pictures of these people are. You know, why are they here, and what should I do about it? It's kind of sad. I mean, I could get in touch with the previous owner, but I don't know. This could be something that was left from the owner before him. Now, he was only here from 2017 till current. There's some stuff in here. The Hubbard Conservation Club recognizes. Here's something for, I think it's not Demolay. What's the other? The Eagles. Could fraternal order of eagles. There's more pictures here. Again, if nobody is holding these pictures right now, or if I'm not holding these pictures looking at these people, are these people forgotten? Are they still around? It's kind of sad. Here's some, look at that, RVing. They used to go camping. Isn't that kind of cool? Most time people would write on the back of these Polaroids, because they would be pretty current. Look at the old trucks there. Southern Ohio somewhere maybe. Yeah, it's just, like I said, I get depressed looking at that kind of stuff because, ultimately, we're all going to be in the same place. And, you want to be remembered on some level. The nice thing is, I got quite a few videos up on YouTube. Maybe somebody will run into those at some point in time and get interested. So we got some bottle jacks. Get out of that depressing talk. Here's a bottle jack here. Here's two over here. I don't know if they're any good or not. I don't know if I really care, tell you the truth. Look at this. The guy left behind a trailer. Oh, no, that's right. That's mine. A good trailer. Ultimately, I'd like to have a bigger trailer and an enclosed trailer, but it's doing the job right now. Lots of wiring here. Now, I entertained the thought ever so briefly of making this. Let me change. The lighting's horrible, guys. Let me change this. Okay, it might be a little bit more shaky, but you're going to have better lighting here. So I was thinking about taking this myself and trying to put in wiring across all these trusses, but I think it's better to leave that to a professional. Again, these things here I'm going to take down. These are kind of just thrown up. Here's some beekeeping box stuff. There's a door for a cabinet. Here's a bunch of rebar. Here's something that used to be real expensive back in the day, and I will keep this for myself. Do you guys know the official name for this stuff? This is a wire loom, to where you put your wires through, electrical wires. Like if I was running some kind of a camera or something all the way to the back of the truck underneath, I would put the wires through this. The real name of that, convoluted tubing. I used to sell that stuff when I worked at Summit Racing. A box of shredded wheat. Looks like a rat's nest. So again, a lot of this is trash. A downspout, more wiring, electric bug zapper. And back here, the ground is it's concrete. It's like they threw just half mixed concrete back here. Don't know why. I guess to make it more stable. There's some wood on the ground. Here's some rubber pads or some foam pads. I mean, it's supported very well, but you can see the wood has rotted through here. I don't know what it looks like up top. Some of the wood's okay, but I can see using this for storage. I don't have a problem with this stuff staying back here. I do have some roofing that I need to fix. Ooh, a lot of wasp nest up there. I don't think you guys are gonna be able to see that. But again, now this is ours. This is ours. We brought this with us, the salt spreaders. And that's theirs. He did leave this big wheel to roll out the lawn. Pretty good idea. This little thing here, it's kind of a folding step. It's a shelf folding step thing. It looks kind of cool. And then, sheet metal that's up here. It looks like that they were trying to, I'm not going to say insulate. Maybe they were just trying to keep, as far as the metal's concerned, for repairs in the future if needed. But there was a lot of wood that was stashed like this. And, insulation-wise, I get it. Of course, the tractor's sitting out here on a tender. Make sure that this is still lit up and working. Hold on. Yep, that's good. I know my battery's good then. But yeah, that's it. It's this desk and these tables, the workbenches that we already looked at. So some stuff here that was left behind. I'm going to take this down also. This doesn't need to be there. That is way in our way. There's some more wiring up here. Again, I don't know. That's probably enough electrical wiring to get something done, but I'd rather just pay somebody to come in here and put up the electrical outlets that are needed, and then I can mount the lights to make this thing bright in here. So that's the pole building. We did a little tour today. How was that? I didn't plan on doing that. Other than the wind, man, it would be a really nice day considering all the cold that we've seen for a long time now. And the little tractor's been plowing and keeping this clear really well. I haven't met the neighbors that are down there. This neighbor here, Noah, he was saying that that's his old fence. He said his brother or his dad or somebody was supposed to come by and get the fence. He said if they don't come by and get it, he's just going to burn it all, which I get it. I'm kind of the same way. I hate the clutter. And I know you can't see this in the distance, but our son stacked all that brick up there. I'm going to have to get rid of that too. So what we'll most likely do is we'll get a dumpster, a roll-off, and we'll just load the roll-off full of stuff. Now, all the metal scrap, my son has the inkling that he would like to try to scrap, to do metal scrap. I don't think he realizes that it doesn't work out so well. It just doesn't, you don't get the kind of money that you think you're going to get. But, if he wants to do it and it keeps him busy and, let him learn. I know I did. I scrapped for a while. It took me a while to figure it out, but unless scrap is high, it's just not worth it. But there is a lot, here's old chain. Here's some kind of a garden tool here. Look at that thing. Man, that's heavy. Here's some big clamps. Some kind of sort of working clamp. I've never used those. I know it has to do with like putting big pieces of wood together or something. This here is not this. This is just a handle. This here is some sort of tripod. Look at this. What do you guys think? Think this is some sort of a surveyor tripod? Here's some more pieces to it. That's kind of cool. Metal. There's some metal there. This is a big lawn flag hook thing. We'll probably use that. Heidi likes to hang stuff occasionally. Maybe we'll hang a plant or something. Big long board. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought I'd show you guys all this stuff. Ask you what you thought about, somebody leaving behind their old pictures. Oh, okay, stay with me just for a little bit longer. This is ours. We brought this here. I don't know whose cane this is. That's kind of cool. I want to talk about old pictures. Look at this. This is the guy that lived here. The last name is Snyder. And this infant was born 1 month and 8 days before me. And here's a whole bunch of pictures. I don't know what the deal is. Does he just don't care anymore? I don't know. And here's the thing. Maybe he had a son that has passed. I mean, it could happen. Should I, do I not want to, I don't want to bring that to his attention. Now, this is probably him as a kid because that TV is too old. That's not from my generation unless it was a grandparent's house or something and they happened to just keep it. This looks like older pictures, these smaller ones. These look like they're from the 50s, maybe even older than that. These look 70s. Again, who are these people? Who's that guy? Look at all the fish he caught. Where are they at? What lake is that? I mean, it's interesting. Look at this guy. He's proud of his fish. More pictures. It's just a shame. Yeah, here's 66. This picture's from 66. Almost looks like Joe Walsh a little bit, huh? Yeah, I don't know who these people are. These pictures here all look to be 70s. Oh, I don't know what that is. Wherever they were, huh? So yeah, this is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. Why didn't he take this with him? And here's the thing: I'm not going to say that he had that he was so invalid that he couldn't get back here. He was laid up. He was on oxygen, but he drove. He mowed the lawn, and his son flew up from Miami to help him get all the stuff out of the pole building, the garage, and the house, so he could move. And honestly, I don't know why. I mean, his son, I would assume, would be my age, why he wouldn't want pictures of potentially himself or his brother or whoever that is, aunts, uncles, grandparents. It's really hard to say. Those are the kind of mysteries that you don't know if you want to dig into, because it could be even more depressing than seeing an old photograph. Yeah, once I get these doors all straightened out, I get the lighting all straightened up. You know what I'm going to say? I bet you an RV would fit in here. Yeah, I would definitely like to get an RV in here. I think it would be fun, but the problem is I don't even have a truck. Okay, let me rephrase that. I don't even have a car. I have nothing to drive. Heidi has the only car that we drive back and forth. She drives back and forth to work. And I think we're going to end up getting her something a lot nicer. So I'll have the Taurus wagon for a very short time. We'll probably trade that in then on a truck of some kind. I don't know how that'll work out. Usually you can sell something for more than you can get on trade-in, but we'll see. There's always dealings to be had. Okay, so I like to play sometime. I thought it'd be fun to see what would happen. I was burning some boxes. Kind of cool, huh? Ooh, look at that. It's hot. Makes me want bacon. Does this make anybody else want bacon? All that sizzle going on there. It's a pretty nice day out today. The wind is not as strong as it was the other day, that's for sure. I'm in here starting to do reviews, and yeah, had the little furnace going. Heidi's at work. We got a guy that's going to be going out to the house, the appraiser. I got to do some more work. But I thought I'd say hi. Well, the forecast said half an inch. Now, we just had 50-degree weather yesterday. It's 26, the wind chill's 17. I guess that could be half an inch. God, it looks closer to an inch or more, and it's still falling. But boy, is it cold, and the wind has started picking up. Yeah, this could be a cold couple of days, and messy, yikes.
Let's end this meeting on a high note.
Wow, okay, listen to this.
Hi, Michael. This is Lou Garland, Mill Creek Title Agency. We received a clear to close for your sale. I was just calling to set up a time or a place that I could meet you and Heidi to sign your seller docs. It won't take nearly as long as it did last time when you were making your purchase last September. So just want to know where and when we could meet. It only took about 5 to 10 minutes of your time. The lender wants us to close next Monday. Just wanted to let you know. Thanks.
That's good.